Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all about self-love and not depriving ourselves while we're still going through an era of change and a lot of turmoil, but still staying true to ourselves and living life. So, self-love is not self-deprivation. You're allowed to heal and still live beautifully. We talk a lot about self-love these days, but somehow along the way, healing got tangled up with punishment. We equate healing to punishment, with restriction, with shame disguised as growth. If you've ever found yourself thinking, I can't go out, I'm healing. I shouldn't date, I'm still learning boundaries. Oof. Oof. I don't deserve softness until I stop making mistakes. Then I want to speak directly to you today. Because self-love is not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming more whole. And you don't build wholeness by starving your joy. That doesn't make sense. Let go of the idea that healing means hiding, that growth means never having fun, that change has to come wrapped in pain, scarcity, sacrifice, and self-control. The truth is, some of the most powerful growth comes when we let ourselves live, when we laugh again, when we take the risk, when we feel pleasure without apology. Of course, there are, seasons of stillness, of silence, of isolation, for checking in with your patterns and choosing differently, but healing doesn't make you become rigid necessarily, or you don't have to mean, or it doesn't have to mean that you're becoming rigid. You're not a project to be perfected. Okay, your life isn't a project to be perfected. You're a person with needs, with rhythm, with longing, with yearning. You're allowed to say, I'm still working on me, but I'm gonna enjoy myself tonight. You're allowed to take the trip, say yes to the kiss, dance in the dress, let life kiss you back. Ooh, let life kiss you back. When you allow life to give you those smooches, it can do a lot, even in times of darkness. I can attest to that fully. Right now, I'm currently unemployed, as we know, still going on the job hunt, still going on the job search, being rejected. But I'm also still loving my life. I'm still allowing myself to flourish and live. Because I don't want to deprive myself of that just because one part of my life that doesn't even make up my entire identity is a little discombobulated doesn't take away from other areas and aspects of my life, even though, we need these bills paid. You're allowed to feel good while you grow. You're allowed to feel powerful while you're still practicing. You don't have to punish yourself with isolation or deprivation in the name of transformation. Because real self-love isn't about avoiding the world. It's about moving through it with awareness. Letting it touch you, but not take you away from yourself. So if you've been pulling back too far, if you've been scared to enjoy again, I want to invite you to take a small risk. Trust yourself just a little bit more. Trust yourself just a little bit more. Say yes to something soft, something wild, something you. Something that feels good, authentic, wholesome, happy to you. Because you don't have to earn your joy. You were born worthy of it. You were born worthy of your joy. That's not something that you have to earn. That's not something that we have to work for. You were entitled and born and worthy to your joy. Okay? Within reason. This isn't about abandoning your growth or your self-love or healing journey. It's not about that at all. One thing I hate, and is part of it, can feel very rigid when you're going through a self-growth phase, is people will tell you all the time, oh, don't date. Don't date while you're, trying to heal, or don't date while, take care of yourself and they'll come to you, or what have you, or the circumstances will come to you. And I just feel like there's a lot of falsehood in that. I think that there's a lot of ability to hope and be hopeful and want and work on yourself. And that's where that awareness piece comes in. If I'm working on myself and I'm very aware of my triggers and my boundaries and the things that I'm going through or that have hurt me in the past, it's actually almost better getting to work through those things as you build a relationship sometimes, whether that's friendship, whether that's romantic, whether that's a working relationship, what have you. It's almost sometimes better to be able to put those tools to good use right then and there. Because how are you supposed to get all of this practice and this growth in isolation, right? Like, again, this isn't about abandoning your growth. It's about remembering that healing isn't a punishment. It's a return to pleasure, presence, and power. The 3 P's: pleasure, presence, and power. That's what we want to have. You're allowed to elevate and enjoy. You're allowed to break patterns and break into laughter. You're allowed to become better while still being beautifully twisted, darkly, messily human. Take care of yourself. Choose softness when you can. And don't forget, joy is part of the work too. If this message touched you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Like, subscribe, and stay close, because we are learning how to love ourselves over here, okay? Thank you for watching.